Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Ba'Shem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS that give us his truth. And salutations to all you Akim Bashin this word. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. That's right. So the Most High, he's the orchestrator of all things. Whether it be life and death, whether it be injuries or healings, the Most High, he's in control of that. And, this God for extra, as you see, this dude just lost his hand, after years of talking shit. He's always ready to fight somebody, always talking about off the bat. He ready to squabble. How he been to prison and, he loves fighting. Well, guess what? Now the Most High done took your hand now. Now you can't fight. Now you're going to get beat up on. Now you're going to be getting jumped, right? Because you can't defend yourself with one hand, all right? So this is the Most High bringing judgment, man. This is the Most High bringing humility to you 2/3, man. The wicked amongst you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right? And this is nothing. This is nothing. This is the Most High being merciful, man. Only took your hand. He could have took your whole arm. He could have took your stomach. He could have took your face, right? So this is just an inkling of the Most High's judgment. And I bet you he's still not going to repent. Once his hand heals, he's going right back to podcasting and talking shit. He going to be talking about how he could still knock niggas off with one hand, right? So, and no healing for 2/3, man. The only healing for you niggas is nuclear missiles, man. All right? So, let's go to Galatians chapter 6. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." That's right. So the Most High is not mocked. Mankind think they get away with stuff because the Most High doesn't judge them right away. The scriptures say, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore it's set in the heart of the sons of men to do evil. So because nothing happens right away, they think they get away with it. So this guy for years, I don't know his full story, but, I've seen different clips of him before talking about him being in prison and beating other niggas up, shootouts, the typical niggerish shit, man, and he's always ready for a fight. He's ready to fight this dude. He's ready to fight that dude. Well, guess what? The Most High sat his ass down. You're not going to be in the ring no more, nigga. You're going to be sitting courtside, nigga. Sit your ass down. Right? So, it says, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's right. So, most of our people, they're sown to the flesh, meaning they're being carnal. They're not worshiping Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and thinking upon his law, statutes, and commandments. So, judgment is befalling them, And this dude, hey, the Most High, he's no respecter of persons. He don't care who you are. He don't care how famous you are, how much money you are, how gangster you are, right? When that judgment comes, you're going to acknowledge, that he's the Most High. All that pride, Jake be having his shit, like they're the man, they could do this, they could do that. Bro, you're not that guy. The Most High will show you you're not. All right? And this guy is a great example, man. The Most High sat his ass down. As you see in the screenshot, he's on the floor holding his hand, More than the loss of his hand, man. Was just talking about blowing niggas' cribs up, right? You about to blow a nigga up off the back, and all that. Bro, no more of that clout chasing. His whole personality was based around him loving a fight. But now you missing a hand. So how's that going to work out? Right? So the Most High's not mocked, man. This is James chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "But he giveth more grace, that he is the Most High. The Most High has mercy upon his chosen." It says, "Wherefore he saith, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble." So the Most High, he resisteth the proud. And what the scriptures talk about pride, it says pride goes before destruction. So the way the Most High resists the proud is by bringing destruction upon them. Whether it be a loss of your hand, a loss of your foot, or a loss of your life, loss of your family member. That's judgment from the Most High, man. The scriptures say, "Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it?" That's a rhetorical question. Like, duh, this is the Most High's doing. Somebody dies, the Most High did that. All right? So it says, "The Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble." And this is why we got to be humble, man. All right? We got to humble ourselves under the hand of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, his laws, statutes, and commandments, his precepts. All right? Because humility is how you avoid judgment, man. The reason all this judgment and destruction is coming is because of pride. All right? The scriptures talk about how Babylon the Great is proud, how Esau Edom is the most proud. So this is why all this judgment is coming upon Babylon, man. All right? And, this dude, the site, that you see with, the graphic, I'm not going to post it like I said, but, you can look it up on X, formerly known as Twitter. All right? But, that gruesome judgment is nothing, We ain't seen shit yet. We're getting ready to see bodies blown away, body parts everywhere, all over America, man. Blood spilled all over the streets, suicides, murders. Them things will be the new norm, man. So, if stuff like that, turns your stomach, hey, man, listen, you're gonna have to get used to it, man. All right, your mind got to get ready for that, man. Seeing disgusting, nasty shit every day. Nasty judgments. Just motherfucker laid out on the street with his guts hanging on the floor, bleeding out. Motherfuckers losing limbs. Brain matter on the streets. Babies torn apart. This is what we're getting ready to see, man. All right? So, how's it go? What? What the hell? I probably posted that. I don't remember. KJV. Okay. Oh yeah, it is James. This is James chapter 3, verse 5. Matter of fact, let's see what 4 says. In fact, I'm gonna go up. This is James chapter 3, verse. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body, which is going into what? A discipline. All right? You know? Offending in words, meaning what? Offending other brothers, you know what I'm saying? Offending the Most High in your speech. This is why we got to be careful of what comes out of our mouth. Yahweh Shai, he said what? That it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out of the mouth of a man that defiles him. You know? Out of the mouth, out of the heart, which your heart is where what comes out of your mouth come from. But he said out of the heart proceed adultery, idolatry, and all the evilness, So it shows you that, it's all about the vibration. Because, we are in the flesh, so we are going to have evil thoughts. We are going to think about wicked things. But it's, when the judgment comes is when you act upon it, or you speak on it. You speak about it, So this is why the tongue is is going to go into it. It's a powerful member. So it says, behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold how great a matter a little fire kindleth. That's right. So the tongue is a powerful member, man. People, think that they could just say stuff and, just get away with it. Nah, man. The Most High, he requires judgment. All right. Yahweh Shah, he said that, how does it go? He said, dang, how does it go? Every idle word that men speak, they're going to give account thereof in the day of judgment. So this guy, he's known for talking shit, always talking about fighting. He's with all the shit. He want all the smoke. Now look, the Lord smoke his whole hand, man. This is judgment. All right. So it says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. So the fire represents what? Affliction. So your tongue, the words you speak, will bring your own misery. It will bring hell upon you, man. You got people in the world, they be talking about putting it out in the universe and, speaking it into existence and all of that. That's all wickedness, but there is some truth to it. Like if you always speaking evil is gonna come upon you, man. The whole karma concept come from the scriptures, man. All right. So it says, for every kind of beast and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. That's right. So your tongue will be your own downfall, man. Right? It says, therewith bless we the Most High, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of the Most High. So, okay, that's it on that. Hold on, sorry. This next one. Okay, 18. Okay, this is Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. That's right. So your tongue could bring your own judgment. You know? And if you're a shit talker, you always talking shit. Hey, this is the type of shit that happened, man. Judgment. All right? Correction. This is the Most High bringing correction upon this nigga for extra, man. All right? Matter of fact, real quick, let me get this one. This is Sirach 28. And I'm going to start at... Let's see. I'm going to start at 11. It says, a hasty contention kindleth a fire, and an hasty fighting sheddeth blood. And our people, they love shedding blood, man. Fighting, stabbings, shootings. That's a normal thing amongst so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Just look at the hoods. Look at the Bronx. Look at Brooklyn. Look at London. You know? Look at Jamaica. Look at Haiti. Everywhere where our people are, it's always the same shit, man. All right? They love shedding blood. And this is part of the curses. The curses said that we would have an evil eye towards our brothers. So this is why there is black on black crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime. All right? So it says, verse 12, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched, and both these come out of thy mouth. That's right. So this is all going into, your tongue, your mouth, the things you speak, you know. So if you blow on a spark, it shall burn. Meaning what? Situations, you could escalate them by the things you speak. You know, things could be hot already, but you could either calm it down with a soft answer, like the scriptures say, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So you could either soften the blow, or you could like it says, if thou blow on a spark, it shall burn, but if thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. So you could make it hotter, or you could calm it down. It says, and both these come out of thy mouth. So, it's all about your speech. The things that you speak could, like I said, escalate a situation or de-escalate it. All right? So this is why we got to have rule over our tongue, because it bring our own destruction, man. All right? So, this is Proverbs 26 and 27. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. And that's what happened with this dude, man. He digged his own trap. Went and bought the fireworks, right? Getting ready to blow a nigga house up. But then what? End up returning upon him, right? End up blowing his whole hand off, man. That's fucking crazy. When your whole life, you've been whole, and then one day, just because of your stupidity, your whole hand is gone. Bleeding out. Just fucked up. Just look at the picture, man. I ain't never seen this nigga this humble, man. Every time I see him, he got pride, he talking shit, he always want to fight. Now look, right? This is the Most High, man. This is same book, same chapter. Proverbs 26 and 3. Let me see what the verse above says. Okay, yep. Okay, so Proverbs 26 and 3. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. That's right. So A whip for the horse. Because horses, they're hard-headed, right? So you got to whip them into submission. A bridle for the ass. An ass is even more hard-headed, right? So you need a bridle for him. You know, they be, so what I'm looking for, the sound that donkeys make. I forgot the name of it. But, you know, they be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't making this sound. You need a bridle for their ass. So this is symbolic, right? Of a fool. It's like a fool. Niggas just be talking shit. Niggas just be talking this shit. You need a bridle. You need to shut the fuck up. All right? And the way the Most High shuts people up is by bringing judgment, man. This nigga, you know, like I said, I believe, you know, he gonna come back and talk his shit. Like, yeah, I still fuck a nigga up with one hand. Because, you know, niggas is proud. But, you know, he could also take the route where the Most High just shut his ass up, where he just done. After this, you know, no more shit talking, man. All of a sudden, niggas want to find God. You know, we see this shit all the time, man. Jake, you know, talking shit, being wicked, being in the streets. And then as soon as they get shot, something happened to them, all of a sudden they become spiritual, you know, they're into the Most High and everything, right? So, hey, man, that could happen to him. It says a whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. That's right. This is Proverbs 17:10. A reproof entereth more into a wise man than 100 stripes into a fool. So, hey man, this guy, you know, that was one of the 100 stripes, you know, because if he doesn't repent, this is only the beginning, you know. More hell's gonna befall upon him, and not just him, you know, just 2/3 of our people, the wicked of our people in general, man. This is the type of judgment you getting ready to receive, man. All right? Jacob's trouble. Losing your legs, usually losing your arms, losing body parts, organs collapsing. All right? Losing your family members, your babies. Right? This is the type of stuff that's coming up on 2/3, man. Judgment. All right? So, yeah, man, the Most High, he's not mocked, man. You know? Jake be thinking they tough until the Most High brings judgment. That's when Jake humbles themselves, man. All right? And the Most High humbled that dude. So, you know, with that, I hope this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yashah Bashim HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles of GMS that give us his truth and salutations to all you Akim Bashinis word. Shalom.